Conduct raids in Jammu and Kashmir. The probe agency raided Gilani's close aide Ayaz Akbar. The NIA team was at his residence in the Malura area in the valley a short while ago. Nikunj is now joining me on the phone line with more details. Yes, Nikunj.
Well, yes, in the second consecutive day of raids by the National Investigative Agency in both Jammu and Kashmir, the National Investigative Agency has raided at least 3 places in Srinagar and 1 in Jammu. 1 very famous dry fruit merchant entities and places and shops have been raided in Jammu, and 3 other very close associates of the top leadership of the Hurriyat have been raided in the valley. So as far as the crackdown is concerned, that's going on. And the National Investigative Agency claims that foreign currency, Saudi Arabian currency, United Arab Emirates currency, and the Pakistani currency has been recovered. Pakistani currency, of course, is not in very large denomination, large numbers, I would say. But Saudi and the UAE currency, the total overall value is yet not clear. I have asked the National Investigative Agency to clarify on that. I'm hoping that a clarification comes soon from them. Nonetheless, incriminating documents and what the National Investigative Agency believes to be substantive proof of critical fund transfer for purposes that are clearly not, in abundance with the law,
right,
have been done. So let National Investigative Agency finish that case and then file a charge sheet in the court of law. Then the picture becomes a little more clearer.
Right, Nikunj, stay with me. Now, our colleague Farid was outside Ayaz Akbar's residence when the NIA was conducting raids outside that separatist leader's residence in Srinagar. He filed this report a short while ago.
There is also a chance that some more residences, some more addresses will be raided by the NIA teams. That all depends on the evidence that they have collected. So this seems to be a long-drawn operation. But at the heart of this is the fact that they want to strike at the money trail. They want to ensure that the oxygen supply, which comes in the form of this money, hawala money, that is funneled into operations of the separatists in the Kashmir Valley, huge money, that supply is cut off, and it seems that already with these operations, they are very much on that track.
No, even as the Modi government's intent has always been clear and consistent, I think now it's also the will of the people, the 125 people of this country, and as well as the people of Jammu and Kashmir, including the common people of Kashmir Valley, want this bluff to be called off. Because living in a global world, they are seeing the manner in which India is moving ahead on a fast track under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, and they do not wish to be deprived of these enormous avenues and opportunities which are available to the youth in other states.
Farid, Nikunj, coming back to you, who's joining us on the details of the investigation. Nikunj, we believe that the bank accounts of these separatist leaders have been frozen, and some of them are likely to be called to the national capital for further questioning.
Absolutely correct on both counts. There are multiple bank accounts which are closely associated with the Hurriyat leadership and some very close associates of the top at this point of time. And the National Investigative Agency has clearly said that there are individuals and there are suspects whom they need for further questioning, further grilling for the various transactions that have taken place in the valley. And therefore, they would be summoned to the National Investigative Agency's headquarters in New Delhi very, very shortly. Important point to note here is that the National Investigative Agency can question those individuals in Srinagar too. But nonetheless, they deem it fit at this point of time that those individuals be called to New Delhi and countered with some evidence that has been recovered in the raids that have been carried out by the National Investigative Agency for the first time in J&K Valley. So therefore, they would be summoned, and it's my understanding that by Monday morning, the picture would become clearer in terms of who are the individuals who are being called to the national capital.
Right, Nikunj, stay with me. Let's listen into some of the political reactions coming in.
NIA एक इन्वेस्टिगेटिव एजेंसी है. जिन निष्कर्ष पर वो पहुंचते हैं उसे अदालत में देखना पड़ेगा कि वो साबित किए गए हैं या नहीं. और अक्सर ऐसा हुआ है कि जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन एजेंसीज कहते हैं कि हुआ था और जिस आधार पर चार्जेस लगाए जाते हैं वो जाकर अदालत कहती है कि ये सही नहीं है. तो मैं मानता हूं कि हाँ 21 जगह उन्होंने छापा मारा है. और यही है उनका काम, शुक्र है कि वो कर रहे हैं। लेकिन 2.5 करोड़ रुपए तो बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है। इसलिए उन्होंने ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं रिकवर किया है। तब भी कोई शक ही नहीं है कि अरसों से पाकिस्तान के तरफ से पैसे आ रहे हैं।
Well, the NIA should investigate all facets of the issue. If the NIA thinks that the investigation merits to be, spread to a wider canvas, then the NIA should do that and do that very objectively. There is nothing to hide from, our side. As I very clearly said, misportraying this as the news channels are misportraying this is very unfortunate.
कोई बता सकते हैं कि कितना सीज क्या किया आपने, कोई डॉक्यूमेंट्स किए सीज वहां से? See, right now we are with the NIA team officials who have seized certain documents and some valuables from the house of a businessman here in Jammu region. This is a part of the raid that is being conducted by NIA to crack down against all those separatist elements and their conduits. Now it is not clear how far this person has been involved, but we have seen that certain businessmen, they had been providing them money, and that was used to stoke and foment trouble in Jammu and Kashmir.
सुरक्षा एजेंसियां पुख्ता तौर से कड़ाई के साथ ऐसी तमाम राष्ट्र विरोधी ताकतों के खिलाफ एक्शन कर रही हैं और निश्चित तौर से ऐसी कोई भी ताकत बचेगी नहीं जो देश के अमन और चैन के खिलाफ किसी भी तरह के षड्यंत्र और साजिश को कर रही होगी।
We do not know what they have found out, but we know there were raids by NIA. But NIA should come out with some kind of statement. Now what is reported, there is an FIR filed against those people. Let the law take its course.
It seems there are money found out in the raids.
No, it is possible. That is what media is reporting. It is possible. It is for NIA to explain what they have found out, what they are going to do, how they are going to proceed with all these raids. NIA should come out with a statement.